I uploaded my homework to YouTube and it got 2,000 views, which is more than usual for my channel if you don't count when I did the dream compilations. And Google Bard just gave me a deadline to upload the next video, which sucks because I'm both a student and developer. I'm very allergic to due dates. As of right now, I want to automate 2 parts of the editing process, cutting out the bad parts of the video and subtitling the video, because they're really boring and take a really long time. Other developers have already attempted this, such as Wyatt Blue with Auto Editor. Here's basically how it works. I use the funny word FFmpeg in a lot of my explanations, but if you don't know what it is, all you need to know is that it's a magical black box that I can talk to and ask it to perform actions on video files. If I want to do something to a video file, I don't need to know how every single video file works, I just need to know how to talk to the funny magic box. Auto Editor calls FFmpeg to read the silent parts of video files. It then makes a note of those and tells FFmpeg to copy over the good, not silent parts of the video into a new file. Auto Editor also has other options too, such as using the list of silent parts to construct a timeline that I can import into a video editor instead, so I can easily keep editing where Auto Editor left off. Unfortunately, the code looks like this, and I actually have no clue what anything does. Auto Editor also just refuses to work on multiple video files. That's okay, because I'm a developer. I can fix this. It's at this point that I realized that I need to start building my own things. So I threw together a rapid program that tells Auto Editor to work on one video file only and to spin up however many instances of Auto Editor I need. Well, the story isn't that simple. Before I arrived at this straightforward solution, I stupidly decided to build my own Auto Editor because I thought it'd be easy. I got stuck on reading video files, then gave up and used FFmpeg. Then I realized I couldn't find a silent section, so I gave up and used FFmpeg. And then I realized I could not create a Final Cut timeline because I don't even know what a Final Cut timeline looks like, and I can't use FFmpeg for that because FFmpeg doesn't do that. Then I looked at GitHub and saw if anyone else did this, and it looks like they have, and I wasted 2 weeks of my life, and the only thing I have to show for it is a commit graph that looks like it's made of uranium glass. I am doing so well. Cool, we're running out of time. Let's get to subtitling. Subtitling also takes a really long time because you listen to a section of a video, you pause, you drag in a new subtitle section, type in the words, play it back to make sure it lines up properly, change the timings a bit, realize you typed the words wrong so you go back and fix it, then realize there are too many words in this line so you split the line into 2 separate sections, retime everything, and then finally move on to the next section, where you kind of do the same thing over and over again, and it's really brain dead, and then you stop and take a look at the past 5 seconds of footage that you've done in the last half an hour, and you realize that it ever so slightly doesn't feel right, and you go back and tweak all of the timings again and again and again, and yeah, it just doesn't work. It takes hours. For professionals, it might take half as much time, but I'm not a professional. Remember, I'm a kid that happens to have internet access and a code editor, so I should automate this thing too, right? By stealing someone else's solution and... look, it's made by OpenAI themselves. If you've been on the internet at all in the last couple of months, you'll probably recognize these guys. And I would be so foolish to even consider trying to replicate what they do. Oh, you want to know how it works? Basically, these guys got a big computer put together and ran out of things to do with it, so they decided to grab a bunch of audio of humans speaking and a bunch of transcriptions and threw them into a magical black box, and out comes a bundle of math that can turn sound into words. I'm making a video on this soon, don't worry, but that's basically it. What Whisper doesn't consider, however, is its ease of use. I need to type out all of this stuff just to get Whisper to chuck the subtitles into a subtitle file. So I did the same thing as I did with autocut, just build a program that types in the magical words for me so I don't need to remember them. Oh, and feel free to use this if you want, I open source all of my stolen code. Now that I have this epic tool that can save like 100 hours for each video I make, I'll just sit here and keep procrastinating. See ya!